everybody. Welcome to Killington, Vermont. I'm Slado.
And I'm Sarah.
And this is Explore Killington. You know, Sarah, we've got a fantastic half-hour show coming your way here on Channel 14 today. I'm so excited. We are going to show an interview that I had the privilege of doing on our World Cup weekend. It was with Pam Fletcher. Pam was a member of the United States ski team back in the late 80s, and it was really thrilling to meet her and get a chance to interview her right here, almost exactly at this spot.
Where we're standing.
Right where we're standing. That's
How
true.
cool.
Yeah, so we're going to see that interview with Pam. I'm also going to get a chance, you and I are going to go down the road here a little bit later, and we're going to catch up with Ian Harbage. Ian is the head brewmaster at Long Trail Brewery, one of our sponsors. So he's got a lot to say, including he's going to give us some information on the Vermont Brewers Festival, which is coming up here in Killington about the third week of March. And as I mentioned in the après section, we're going to head right down that road, and we are going to party like there's no tomorrow. Where are we going to go? Well, you're going to have to stick around just to find out. But that's only part of the show.
That is only part of the show. We have a lot more going on. We are going to catch up with our favorite snow scientist, Tiffany. She is also going to tell us about grooming here at Killington. We're able to get out on Outer Limits today, which was awesome, and the grooming was spectacular. So she's going to give us a rundown on really the intricacies of it, which is pretty cool when it gets down to the science of it all.
Yes.
We're also going
She is
to
a
check,
scientist.
She is a scientist, a snow scientist, if you will. And one of Slado's favorite pieces, because he's from the vault himself, we're going to take a look at From the Vault piece, Bob Perry, one of the original filmographers here in Killington.
Yeah, from the vault. I've always got the keys right here in my pocket. So stay tuned, everybody, because up next, it is our interview with Pam Fletcher, U.S. ski team member, right here from Killington. Well, lucky me, I've caught up with a former member of the U.S. ski team, a 10-year veteran of the team, and an Olympian as well. This is Pam Fletcher, everyone. Pam, welcome to Killington.
Oh, it's beautiful to be here. And you know, the Killington staff have done such a wonderful job getting this track ready for the World Cup races here. It's absolutely amazing, the quality of the snow conditions on Superstar.
Pam, you were a member of for the team for 10 years, you told me. You also skied in the 1988 Calgary, Canada Olympics. What goes through an athlete's mind? What's the mindset? I mean, what's it like to ski in front of all these people? It must be unbelievable.
Well, you know, it's really a mental game. When it comes to the caliber of racing that you're watching here during the races in the World Cup, any of these girls in the top seed could literally win the race. It's really what happens upstairs. Even Michaela was saying that in an interview that she did the other day that it's very important for her to keep on top of her mental game and not get sidetracked and make sure she's really focused on the task at hand and not worried about the chatter at the start.
Now, deep down, I have a suspicion that there's a little part of Pam Fletcher that would like to kind of maybe be on that hill at some point.
Although I wouldn't be doing slalom and giant slalom, I would be doing some big super G turns. That hill is just amazing. I mean, people don't realize how steep it really is. You have to actually stand with your feet well apart when you're on the steepest part of the slope because it is so firm because of all the water they've put on it for the actual racing, which the girls, by the way, love. You know, you and I would rather have powder snow, but they love it for this opportunity. But understanding how steep it is and how they are really throwing it. I mean, they are sending it with all that energy that they have. They want to take the tightest line they can. They want to be as fast as they can. They want to keep those skis in the fall line. Mm-hmm. It's really exciting to see.
Yeah, and you're right about that. And I would say also the steepness does not always translate well on the TV camera, but for those people who ski regularly at Killington, you know how steep Superstar is, and I just can't imagine going the speed that they're going down this hill. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of training, of course, and you got to be an incredible athlete to pull all that off.
You really do, and these kids, they train so hard. I mean, they are training constantly throughout the year. There really isn't much of a break when you're an alpine skier because you want to go where there's snow. You want to get that on time when there's snow, so they go to South America, they go to New Zealand, they get that time in the training in the glaciers over in Europe, and then, but the gym is very important to them. They spend more time, way more time, I feel like, than we did when I was racing.
Yeah.
Sure, we lifted and we worked out really hard, but the science, I think, behind the physio is so much more acute now, and I think that paying attention to that power and strength and explosive power that you really need in alpine skiing is something that all of these athletes work very hard on.
Yeah, I think you need all that just to even step with the technology technology of the equipment and the skis so very different from when you were on the team back in '88, right?
And then you need that mindset to get in the start gate, because when you realize how much water is on that hill and how firm that snow is, mind you, they've been training on this. They've had time to train on surfaces that are similar, you know, so they get that feel. So it's not like they're just first day on snow and they haven't skied all year. These guys really work hard at it all year long, and it's exciting to see. And I think the atmosphere in Killington, I mean, you tell me, the atmosphere in Killington for this event, I have been to a lot of World Cups, and the atmosphere here is just electric.
Yeah, the feedback we've gotten from all the athletes is, wow, we feel like we're in Europe. So Killington, you're doing it right. And it's so exciting to see you here in Killington.
Thanks. I'm excited to be here. It's nothing better than watching these guys race and cheering them on, and you know, go Michaela.
Yeah, Pam Fletcher, thank you very much. Well, everyone, that was my interview with Pam Fletcher. Again, a member of the United States ski team. She's originally from Massachusetts, but I had an opportunity to meet her this past World Cup weekend. And, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing her at the next World Cup, which is only really a few months away. Mark it on your calendar, because this is the place to be. World Cup weekend right here in Killington, coming up in Thanksgiving 2018.
And it'll be here before you know it.
Oh, yeah.
We are cruising through this season up here in Killington. Who doesn't love a powder day? I know I love a powder day. I know you love a powder day.
I do.
Everybody loves powder in a ski area, and everybody has their own different ways of getting ready. I know with the anticipation of the snow flying at night, and you're waiting for the morning to come, and I'm always up early, and I get ready, and I'm up at the mountain like an hour before the first share, waiting, looking for those fresh tracks. Of course, now I have an AT setup, so I like to go up a little bit earlier. But
good for
if you don't, it's always good to be prepared, ready to go, checking out what the lift situation is, where the wind drifts might be.
Yeah.
Being ready for that powder.
Of course, you can always get that information on our morning show, Killington Today, right, with Bettina. She'll tell you what the lifts are running, but what she won't probably tell you is where her favorite secret stashes are. And I'm not going to tell you where mine are either, but there are no friends on Powder Day. You heard it before. So
yep, you're going to have to find your own stashes.
Yeah, you got to get up here early and get it done. And if it's near the end of the week, maybe you head over to Pico too, because that could have some great powder for a long time over there as well. Ooh, I've said too much already. Don't want to give it away. Locals will be like, Slado,
God,
what the
stop
heck,
talking.
man?
You're rambling now.
Okay.
Come on, what's up next?
I can't remember. Help me.
Well, we are going to go to commercials right now, but we've got so much in store for you on Explore Killington. We're going to check in from the vault.
I got the keys. That's right.
And we are also, what else are we also going to do?
Well, we're going to do a little après down the road too, so you want to stick around for that. Where are we going? You got to hang out to find out. We'll be back after these messages.
Hi, I'm Chef Claude. My staff and I love to cook, and this is my invitation for you to come dine with us. Bon appetit.
Welcome to Base Camp Outfitters, your alpine touring and telemark specialty shop. For the past 30 years, our focus has been to offer the best product available to help give you a great mountain experience.
And if you're looking to save a buck, check out our bargain basement and consignment shop. Down here, there's always a great treasure at a great price.
Also, we now offer the largest telemark and alpine touring rental fleet in all of New England.
And don't forget,
Base Camp is where all your mountain adventures begin.
Where's Mario? Killington, Vermont, and you want some truly great pizza, Dominic's is where you want to be. We make our dough here in the restaurant every day. Every pizza is hand-tossed to order and topped with the freshest ingredients. You can taste the freshness.
Don't worry about it, guys. I got this one.
The Red Clover Inn and Restaurant is the intimate and sophisticated Vermont inn for romance and relaxation. There's exceptionally locally sourced dining that is elegant yet casual, complemented by creative cocktails and an international wine list. And with event facilities that can handle everything from romantic weddings and rehearsal dinners to secluded business retreats, you'll be sure to come away with memories that last a lifetime. Get away from it all at the Red Clover Inn and Restaurant. Affordable elegance in the heart of the Killington Valley.
It's 2 in the morning, and the bakers at Jones's Donuts are doing what they've done best for over 90 years. That's right, for over 90 years, Jones's hand makes donuts, pastries, cakes, turnovers, just about everything you need. Well, maybe not need, but want. You know you want one, maybe a dozen. How about tomorrow morning? Perfect. We'll see you there. Jones's Donuts, over 90 years of perfection on West Street in Rutland and open Wednesday through Sunday.
Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Killington Motel. My wife Robin and I have been the proud innkeepers for over 10 years. We offer affordable, clean, comfortable accommodations and a wonderful breakfast to start your day. We are also home of Killington Coffee Roasters, where we roast and sell our single origin coffee. If you are looking for a bed and breakfast or a bag of freshly roasted coffee, stop by and say hi. We would love to see you. We are conveniently located between Pico and Killington.
To Explore Killington. Slado, we have had such a great day here on the mountain. This weather couldn't have been better weather. The weather couldn't have been better. It's actually quite warm out, like a 25-30 degree switch from when we had negative temperatures in the beginning of the season, so you can come be outside quite comfortably. And the skiing, if I must say, was just absolutely outstanding today. We got some really good runs in.
We did, including a run on Outer Limits. Now, we know if you're a big mogul skier, you might not be happy with it, but they did an amazing job grooming that trail.
They really did.
And if Outer Limits is maybe on your list of like one of the challenging trails that you want to hit, I'd suggest you hit it early now before the bumps get built up, because they groomed it. Well, you know, there's a lot that happens with the grooming, and we asked our own snow scientist Tiffany to take a more in-depth look into what it takes to groom this giant mountain. Let's check it out.
Fresh powder is the holy grail of skiing and riding. But the next best thing to powder is sweet, smooth corduroy. Carving turns on a perfectly groomed trail is one of the best experiences on the hill. But did you ever think about what really goes into the grooming of the trails? When you show up in the morning, you might not realize that a whole team of grooming professionals has been working all night to prepare the slopes just for you. Killington starts grooming operations right after the lifts shut down at 4 p.m. and work in 2 8-hour shifts until 8 a.m. the next morning. These 2 shifts allow Killington's 17 snowcats, including 3 winch cats for grooming steeper terrain, to groom more than 40 miles of terrain on a nightly basis to offer guests a consistent top-to-bottom surface. That's over 50% of skiable terrain at the East's biggest resort. Modern groomers are tracked vehicles that employ front-mounted, hydraulically operated blades, powered rotary tillers, and specialized shaping equipment for not only maintaining ski slopes, but also for building half pipes, terrain parks, and snow tube parks. The blades pushes snow ahead of it, and at the same time, smooths out any surface unevenness. Behind the groomer, a cutter or a roller lays down that sweet, soft corduroy that makes first chair so rewarding. Every day, skiers and riders push snow to the sides of the trails and down the slopes, and every night, groomers push the snow back in and up them. Like their world-famous snowmaking counterparts, Killington's grooming team can make the most out of any day, no matter what Mother Nature throws at them. Sometimes, a trail may have to be groomed twice in one shift. This happens when the temperature drops from above freezing to below freezing after it's already been groomed. At that time, the surface can be rock hard, bone-shattering boilerplate until a groomer can work its magic again. Often, this regrooming results in delays in lift and trail openings, but the resulting corduroy is well worth the wait. So the next time you're carving that perfect turn, give thanks to the almighty snowmakers and groomers at Killington Resort. Now I think it's time for me to engage in a little field research. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you out there.
Thank you, Tiffany, for giving us the rundown on grooming here in Killington. There really is so much that goes into making sure that these trails are skiable and ready for the guests every single morning. They've got 2 crews that go out every single night. They've got an early crew and a late crew. And you know, sometimes the weather at night is not really cooperating, so they might have another crew that goes out to resurface again after, you know, maybe you get dumped on, you get some ice, or the variable conditions that Mother Nature likes to throw at us. But we thank all of our hardworking grooming members out there, and I mean, they just do a great job. So thank you, fellas and ladies.
Yeah, they did a great job, and we reap the benefits of their hard work today.
We absolutely do.
Yep. Well, hey, up next, we're going to open up the vault. I've got the keys right here in my pocket. We're going to take a look at Mr. Bob Perry's production. It's called North Country Lady. With snow, and a beautiful folk song that'll get stuck in your head if you're lucky. Check it out.
La 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 la, hey hey oh you can dog you. La 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 la, hey hey oh you can dog you. I had a dog and his name was Blue. Bet you $5 he's a good dog too. Hey, hey, oh, you can dog you. I had a dog and his name was Blue. Bet you $5 he's a good dog too. Hey, hey, oh, you can dog you. La 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 la. Hey, hey, oh, you can dog you. La 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 la. Hey, hey, oh, you can dog you.
All right, that was great from the vault, and North Country Lady by Bob Perry. You know, if you've ever been to our local library here in town, the Sherburne Library, it's down on River Road here in town. They actually have a Bob Perry room there in honor of the man Bob Perry. He's, I tell you, having been associated with the TV station for so long, I've seen a lot of his old things that he filmed and the photographs he's taken, and it's really cool stuff. It was great, enjoyable to know him and his time up here. What's up next?
Well, next we are gonna head off the mountain because it is closing time. We've done all we can here at the hill. We're gonna head on down the access road to one of our favorite après spots, the Lookout. Looking forward to that. We're also gonna catch up with the head brewer of Long Trail, Ian Harbage. He's gonna tell us all about what's going on with the Brewers Festival here at Killington coming up in March. But you guys are gonna have to stay tuned for more because it's coming up next.
This is the best farmers market in Vermont and possibly in New England, and you can find just about any food you're looking to eat here. Rutland is privileged to have one of the few 52-week-a-year markets, and it feeds an economy, not just the people.
The farmers market here is open every Saturday and every Wednesday. Wednesdays from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, and Saturdays from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And we'd really welcome everybody to come visit us.
Hello, and welcome to the Highline Lodge. I'm Kristen Anderson, owner and chef. We've just completed a facelift here and are currently open for ski season. Please come join us for après-ski in our fireside lounge. Take the chill off and sample our crafted cocktails featuring local spirits while enjoying the magnificent views of Killington. Our vibrant and flavorful menu changes with the seasons and always features fresh local products. We would love to host your next event or family gathering at the Highline Lodge, located up the Killington Road.
When someone asks you, where are you from? Do you smile? Do you think of family and friends and neighbors? Do you describe honest, hardworking people who choose lifestyle first and then figure the rest out? Next time someone asks you, where are you from? Smile and tell them, I'm from Rutland. Help us spread the word. Tell us why you love the real Rutland County at realrutland.com.
Welcome back to Explore Killington. Slado and I have made our way down to one of our favorite places on the Killington Access Road, the Lookout Tavern. And man, if you do not know where it is your first left as you come down the access road from the Killington Mountain, right next to Basin Sports and that famous clock tower. You really cannot miss it. And you can come in here for some awesome food as we see in the background here, or a nice cold Long Trail, which they have every Thursday and every day for that matter, but specials, beer specials every single day of the week, and it happens to be Thursday for Long Trail.
Yeah, and did you know, Sarah, that they open every day down here at 11 a.m.? What does that mean? It means one of the few places here on the Killington Road that you can actually come down and get lunch. Now, we mentioned this earlier in the season, and I said, yeah, you know, if your program is where you get up late or something like that, maybe you grab a lunch at 11, then you go up skiing, and of course, you being the early bird, you're like, hey, Slado, my ski days might be over by 11. I've skied hard from 8 to 11. Now I'm going to come down and get my lunch, and the menu here is fantastic. They got some items that have been on here since they opened many years ago, but they keep changing the items up too, so there's always something new and fresh out here. And today we're looking at a beautiful Philly cheesesteak. Now, should we be eating this
and for the upcoming Super Bowl?
I guess so. Maybe that's a Patriot burger over there, huh?
Yeah, right, a red, white, and blue burger, but a blue cheeseburger nonetheless. Their food is absolutely outstanding here. I mean, you can come down here, they've got awesome wings, you got the Philly cheesesteak, you got all different kinds of burgers. They also have a great kids menu. This place is so family friendly. Bring your kids in here. There's a game room in the back. You can bring them out back. There's buck hunter, there's a pool table, we've got darts. Little bit of everything for everyone. It is a family-friendly restaurant. Like you said, open at 11.
Yeah.
One of my favorite places to come and get lunch. And if you're not looking really for the lunch part of it, and you're out a little bit later, say maybe you go to happy hour, you go home, and you want to ride, 422-LOOK, they will come and pick you up and bring you home.
Call them
up. So you can be safe, don't drink and drive, always do the right thing, you know?
And you get into town late, maybe on a Friday night, you know, they're open till at least 11, cooking food here, maybe even later, depending on business. So you just arrived in town and you've just come up from wherever you're coming from, and it's like, man, I don't want to go to that condo and cook anything. You can come right down here and let Sneaky Pete in the kitchen whip up something special for you, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, this looks delicious. It's hard for me. I'm going for
delicious.
I
know.
For the
So
fries.
while Slado gets into this, I think that we are going to catch up with a brewer that you happen to find, Ian, the head brewer of Long Trail Brewery.
Yeah.
He's going to give us a rundown on the Vermont Brewers Festival and some other cool sneak peeks from the brewery itself. So let's see what Slado and Ian have to say.
Well, I'm joined by really one of the probably most important persons in my life. Why? Because he's the head brewmaster at Long Trail Brewery right down the road here in Bridgewater, Vermont. This is Mr. Ian Harbage. Ian, thanks for joining us today here at the
Glad
Lookout.
to be here.
Yeah, this is exciting to meet you. I'll be honest with you, I was expecting someone a little bit older. I don't know how old you are, but you've been at the position for a couple of years over there, correct?
Yeah, so about 7 years I've been at Long Trail.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, you're doing a heck of a job over there because Long Trail is certainly one of my favorite brews. But we brought you in here today because we want to get some more information about a new event that's going to be happening here in Killington. It's going to be in the third week of March, and it's the Vermont Brewers Festival. And tell us a little bit about the history of the VBA and this festival and why you chose to bring it down here to Killington.
Sure. So for about 25 years, the Vermont Brewers Association has been hosting the festival on the waterfront in Burlington. Just kind of a huge fest celebrating all the local Vermont breweries, kind of the best of the best as far as the beer that we're producing as a state, and it's something that we've been very proud of, and the festival's gotten big enough that we kind of wanted to expand it and do something in the southern part of Vermont, and have an opportunity for people to see a different part of the state, I guess.
Now, you were telling me, Ian, a little earlier that the festival in Burlington, tickets sell out within a matter of an hour or 2 hours, and the whole thing is sold out.
Yes.
I do believe there are still a few tickets left for our function here about the 23rd of March or so, but what do you think it is that gets people so excited about these Vermont brews? I mean, there's something special about them.
There absolutely is. We have people from all over New England and even further south than that coming from out of state to specifically for Vermont beer. I think we're kind of known to produce really high quality, really in-demand beer, and we're very proud of that.
Yeah.
And you have this opportunity to kind of sample beers at the festival that you can't get anywhere else, that aren't in regular rotation at the breweries. So.
I have some inside information that Long Trail is going to be introducing a new beer a little bit later. Maybe we have teased it, but we shouldn't say too much more about it. But you guys have been in business over there since 1989. I distinctly remember when your original location was in the old mill mall, or the mill there in Bridgewater.
Yep.
You've moved just down the road to a huge facility, and you've got actually a nice eatery in there. You can go down and get a bite to eat. You guys serve lunch down there, and the place is always rocking. It's amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it's kind of right on the waterfront there, and it's honestly, especially in the summer, it's a beautiful place to be. At the end of the day, just hang out by the river, have a fresh beer. It's awesome.
Yeah. Now, are you going to be making your presence down here at our Killington Brew Fest in March? Will you be here personally?
I will.
You will. So will you be pouring beers or just?
Yeah. We got a couple specialty brews that we're bringing out. We're going to try and bring as many of the brewers out there as possible. And, they worked hard on them. We want to get them out there for people to try.
Oh boy! Well, I can't wait for March. It's only a few weeks away, but we're really looking forward to it. Well, Ian Harbage, thanks for joining us here at the Lookout. We really appreciate it. And again, there's always more information if you need it. Go to killington.com and you'll find out a lot more that you need to know here about our upcoming Brew Festival. It's happening that third week in March. Ian, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Hey, Sarah, it's time to wrap it up here from the Lookout Tavern. First stop on the left as you come out of the ski area. We always have a great time down here. We want to thank Ian from Long Trail for meeting us down here and give us some insight as to the Brewers Festival coming up again end of March here in Killington, and all those great products that Long Trail has to offer. We enjoy a couple cold ones here after skiing every day, and I think you all should too.
Absolutely. Really fun coming down here, hanging out with Sneaky Pete and Ian from Long Trail. Like you said, really good times. But all good things must come to an end, and that is our time here at the Lookout Tavern. So, Slado, must say goodbye.
We do, but before we go, I want to remind everyone to check out our morning show. We call it Killington Today, hosted by our friend Bettina at 7:30 a.m. every morning right here on Channel 14. Bettina will give you all the updated trail information, all the lifts that are turning, the lifts that aren't turning. She's going to tell you the weather too, tell you what clothes to wear, maybe give you some insider local tips as to where the powder stashes might be here or there. Hopefully she won't tell you where all of them are, but it's a great show, very informative. And again, every single morning right here at Channel 14, 7:30 a.m. Check it out.
And if you didn't catch enough of Slado and I here on Explore Killington. You can check us out at KillingtonTV.com or Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter. Thanks again, folks. Stay classy, Killington. Till next time.
Let's do a toast on TV.
Cheers.
Cheers.